Well, we're in Booty Bay, and I mentioned last time when we were leaving from, I guess it was Ashenvale, that I was going to fly to Booty Bay, or head to Booty Bay. So I flew to Ratchet, took the boat over from Ratchet, and went ahead and just landed in the Booty Bay Inn, which I think... There's a quest up there. I guess we are high enough level to start doing quests in Booty Bay, or in Stranglethorn Vale, just barely. Like 29 is where it starts, but I don't really plan to come here until I'm probably like 32 to 34, at least. Anyway, we're here for the Warsong supplies, which is actually just on a crate over here, I think. Yeah, it's there. It's the axe shipment. We're going to pick that up. Yeah, none of these guys have quests for us yet. I think here's the Wharf Master, by the way. Here for the Warsong axe is what's about time. Feel free to holler away whenever you're ready. There it is. Alright, so we have to wait for the boat. We'll head back to Ratchet. I guess I could Hearth, but do I want to do that? I guess I do. Is there any reason I don't want to Hearth back? No, I think Hearthing makes sense. Got the axes. I'll get the oil in Ashenvale and the saw blades. So on the way over, I purchased the Deadly Blunderbuss off the auction house. Should be a mailbox here, right? And auction 1. Oh yeah, I also got a mechanical squirrel. That was 18 silver, and this is 70 silver. So mechanical squirrel schematic. I just did like usable recipes. I did a search for it, and that happened to be one. And this is the Deadly Blunderbuss, which I bought for I think what was it, 70 or 80 silver, which is a little expensive, but it's just a good quest with good rewards. So it's like paying for experience. It's hard to complain with it. Okay, so we're gonna head over to Nightrun. We're gonna get the Satyr horns. Oh, yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, we'll turn the King the Foul Wield quest. Let's go fly over there and turn that quest in now. I don't think there's a follow-up, but if there is, I would really like to know now and not make a mistake. I don't think there's a follow-up to this King the Foul Wield quest. We might hit 30 today. I think it's a little optimistic. It's possible. Since we'll be doing a little bit of traveling, possibly, and that takes up time. Let's see. So, while I'm flying, one thing that... So I listen to a lot of different music. I listen to a lot of like rap music recently, but I've listened to all sorts of stuff, even a little bit of country. It's not my least favorite genre of like the major genres in the US. It's not that country music is bad to me, but I find it, to me, a lot of it sounds similar, and it's hard for me to relate to a lot of the stories in country music, so it doesn't appeal to my emotions. And I'm not a huge fan of the sound. But anyway, that's not really the point of my story. But I listen to most music. That bear was fighting something down there, a laughing sister, I guess. And so it's coming up on the 5th year anniversary of an album by an artist called J. Cole. So it's 2014 Lake Forest Drive, and it came out I think around like early December 2014, coincidentally. The album's named after I think his like the address of his childhood home. So 2014 Lake Forest Drive. And I would say it's probably it's probably top 20 favorite, I don't know if you classify it as rap or hip hop or R&B, but I'd say probably hip hop or probably rap. But 2014 Lake Forest Drive is probably my top 20 favorite rap albums. And everything about that album, I just love it so much. I mean, it's not perfect, but there's one song that I really like that was on the radio a lot, called No Role Models, and it was like heavy radio play for a good like 3 to 6 months in the US. I still hear it occasionally. And it opens up with it's like first things first, rest in peace to Uncle Phil. For real. You the only father that I ever knew. And when I think about that, I feel like there's so much in that first line. It just opens up. And so Uncle Phil was played, I forget the name of the actor. He passed away maybe 5 or 6 years ago. But Uncle Phil was a character in, I want to say James. I want to say the actor's name is James, but James something. So Uncle Phil was like the father figure in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, so like going further back, was a show in the 90s. I think it ended like in the late 90s or early 2000s. Starring Will Smith as like the main character. And Will Smith is essentially adopted by his Uncle Phil, and Uncle Phil serves as the role model, kind of the father figure for Will. And I knew one guy in my school that kind of, I feel like, had a similar kind of feeling as J. Cole did in this song. We landed at Zoram Garth to turn this quest, and I'll get back to my story time stuff. Did you defeat the chief? Yes, we did. Alright, good work. Issuing a challenge to the Foul Welds and defeating the leader sends them a strong message. The horde is not to be trifled with. Alright, so what do we want? Is 7 agility, 6 stamina? I think that's better. 3 armor, 2, but I'd rather have 5 more agility and 2 less stamina, I think. I was talking about this last episode. I couldn't decide if that was better, and I think it is better. So, yeah, that seems like an upgrade to me. Alright, so that's the end of that quest line. I don't see any other quests here. What is this? So at the Lorgate Jet, it's one for Black Fathom Deeps. So let's head back to Splinter Tree Post. It's faster to fly there than to run all the way over here. So kind of the point is that J. Cole feels that, you know, so J. Cole, I think his dad like left their family when he was young, so he didn't have a real life father figure, and so Uncle Phil kind of served as a father figure for him in this way, and it kind of makes sense because Uncle Phil really was like a very good example of what a father can be, as far as TV representations of father figures. And especially in the 90s, I don't know about now, I don't watch a lot of TV now, but I would argue in the 90s there weren't a lot of great examples of, in the US at least, of African American or black father figures in TV. So, I'm trying to think of like some examples. I think I never watched it, so I'm not totally sure on this, but I think like the Bernie Mac show might have been an example. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. There were, it gets to go back to more the 80s, where it's like the Huxtables in the Bill Cosby show, which now I'm not sure how people see that show for a variety of reasons. But there weren't, in my opinion, at least that I was aware of, there weren't a lot of great examples of father figures, probably in general, on TV. But especially, I would say, there's a disproportionate lack of African American or black father figures on TV in the 90s. So I think a lot of kids, I get the feeling from at least a few of my friends, kind of saw Uncle Phil as a father figure in a little bit of a way. Like, I don't think that was a huge exaggeration for J. Cole to say that. But I feel like you learn so much in that first opening line about J. Cole. And he goes on to say something about, I'm paraphrasing a little bit here. It's something like, when I get my girl pregnant, I'm gonna be a better you. And it's just like, I don't know, I think it's kind of interesting. Like, I feel like you see a lot into the rapper very quickly from like the very first verse of that, very first like 2 bars or so of that song. So I really like that song. I really, really enjoyed No Role Model is the name. And then it goes on, there's like a part where they quote George W. Bush, Bush Jr. in like the middle of the song. And Bush is kind of like mumbling through a speech, like they actually sampled a speech of George Bush's where he's talking about, how does this go? It's like, there's an old saying in Tennessee, it's in Texas, but I guess it's in Tennessee also. Fool me once. Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice. Can't get fooled again. And such George W. Bush's line, which he was featured on this, essentially. We're going to head over to Nightrun now that we've landed in Splinter Tree Post. And then, but J. Cole, so it's kind of a slow, mumbly part of the song where they sample George W. Bush. And if you ever heard George W. Bush speak, he's not, to me, an awful speaker, but he is a little kind of slow rolling with his speech. And sometimes he has a kind of a little bit of a Texan drawl, sort of, the way he speaks. Just sort of I guess you could say an accent in a way. I don't remember how to get up to Nightrun. I think the best way is to go all the way up here and around. I don't think you can go up this side. I think you have to go up the left side. No, that can't be right. I'm gonna go up the right side along the river. What is this? Iron deposit, which we can't mine still. Sad. I need to, like I said, I need to soon do a mining run episode around the Barrens. So we're gonna try and go up the river to get up the north side of Night Run. But okay, so George W. Bush has this kind of slow moving part of the song, and it really is like sort of startling with how kind of slow his part is. So then my favorite part of the whole song, oh, Tin Vein, nice. J. Cole comes out, and this part is like, it's a huge contrast because it comes out kind of fast and like harsh as opposed to kind of the slower paced part of George W. Bush. And it's something like, fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me 2 times, can't put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, the peace sign. Load the chopper, have it rain on you. And I'm not a rapper, so I apologize, but I like love that part of the song. It's something that has always stuck with me. I messed up the last verse a little bit. It's actually load the chopper, let it rain on you. But I love that song so much, and I think the whole album's great. But that part of the song, I just love that it goes in this contrast of George W. Bush speaking kind of slowly in a Texas drawl. It's a little bit of a grainy sound because it was kind of a recording of a speech. It wasn't like in a studio. And then it cuts to J. Cole basically saying, kind of similar to what George W. Bush said, you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. And so right there, it's like, okay, you fool me once, that's your fault. Like, you took advantage of my honesty or my trustworthiness. Fool me twice, that's not your fault anymore, right? This is like a well-known phrase. Fool me twice, that's my fault. Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Basically saying, you know, I should have learned my lesson the first time, and things, you know, you taking advantage of me a second time is my fault. And then, so like, blame them, blame yourself for the second time, and the third time, if you then somehow get fooled the third time, like you went back and like, okay, I do trust you even a third time here. This did work, by the way. Going up this side totally worked. This is exactly where I wanted it to be. Fool me 3 times, and it's like, F the peace sign, load the chopper, let it rain on you. It just kind of like is the imagery of someone that has been fooled multiple times now by the same person, and the third time they're sick of it and they're just saying like, unleash like hellfire on this person. I can appreciate that sentiment. Like, you know, it kind of, there's probably been times in your life you've done something where you get like taken advantage of, and you're like, someone convinces you, okay, you can trust them again, and they take advantage of you a second time, and you're like, okay, well, that's my fault, I shouldn't have done that. Some time passes, and then they convince you a third time to trust them, and then you have once again been taken advantage of, at which point you're like, alright, I'm sick of this, and you're like, declare the nuclear option on them. I feel like that is something everyone's been through probably once in their life. I feel like once you have a relationship like that, not like even dating, but some sort of relationship where things go wrong, you know, friendship or otherwise, family, a third time, then you're just like, okay, I'm done. That's it. I am like scorched earth policy on talking to you ever again. Anyway, so I can relate to that a little bit too. Not commonly, but you know, something like that. Some stuff like that has happened to me in life. And I don't know, I feel like there's so much in that song that I could unpack and can relate to in a lot of ways, which I think why I like it so much. Let's drop a Mana Spring Totem. I don't really ever use those. It's kind of fun. I guess Stone Skin isn't really what I want here, though. I want Strength of Earth. Yeah. So anyway, J. Cole's 2014 Lake Forest Drive, one of my favorite albums. I think it's a really good album. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but I think it's an enjoyable album that was well made. I think it tried to be a little bigger than it is. Like, I think like he kind of thought of it as being this sort of like, I don't know what you want to call it, like Cuban Links or like 36 Chambers or I don't know, Marshall Mathers LP or something where he thought it was going to be some touchstone album of his that he would like transcend into the greatness of rap among other, you know, like well-known great artists. I don't think that really went, that's really where it went for him, but I do think he made a great album that was, I would say, you know, a very good album. I think the reviews were a little bit harsher on it than they should have been, but not they were that bad. I think the reviews were okay, actually. I just think I think it was a little bit under reviewed. I looked at it recently, is why I know this. I was looking at Wikipedia and seeing what reviews said from other places, and I think it was a little under deserved. The Satyr horns have not dropped at all yet. Is it the right spot for it? Anyway, we're done talking about that now. Sorry. Supa reviews a 5-year-old rap album for 20 minutes. Sorry. I just really like that album. That was just like that one song I was talking about. The whole album's pretty solid. Alright, so we're here in Nightrun. We are trying to get the Satyr horns and heal up a little bit. None of them have dropped yet. I'm pretty confident this area can drop them. So I don't really know why they haven't dropped yet. I'm a little worried that maybe I am in the wrong spot now. I don't think so though. I'm like 90% sure they drop from here. Nightrun, yeah, Nightrun. This is exactly where we are. They should be dropping here. I don't know why they're not. It's the bad drop rate. So what I'm looking for also is oil, which I think is over here usually somewhere. There it is. I think I just hovered over it. Yeah, Warsong oil. Okay, perfect. I do think having the healing stream out is better than the mana totem. It's taken down about like a 1/6 to a 1/5 of the damage I take while I'm in combat, and then when I'm out of combat, of course, it's still healing me. So I think this is definitely a way to go. All right, yeah. So let's just keep killing these guys. We have a lot of rested XP. I really, honestly, am just gonna stay here this episode and keep going until I've gotten all 16 horns, even if the drop rate is trash, because I think it's worth it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, that was a pretty good one altogether. We got a lot of stuff there. Let's drop that totem. What all did we get? Is that boot any good? Boots any good? 8 spirit boots. Is that better than what I have? Those are tanking boots. 5 spirit. I think 5 and like 4 spirit is probably comparable to 8 spirit. Just shoot this guy down. Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, so we've got like a 1 in 8 drop or something, 1 in 7 drop rate. It's pretty bad. That's really trash. That's a really trashy drop rate. That's okay. We'll just keep moving. Like I said, I need the experience anyway. Let's rebuff. Alright. So, each of these totems, healing stream lasts for 1 minute. Strength of Earth lasts for 2 minutes. Searing Totem lasts for 30 seconds. Okay. I just forget that the healing stream is a minute. It's kind of annoying. I wish it was a little bit longer. The good news is these mobs are not really that bad for us. Like, they're pretty easy to kill, despite being similar level. Like, we're kind of tearing through them, in my opinion. Let's face this guy away, see if we can get him to run not into these other mobs. And the oil is over here somewhere. I lost track of it. There it is. It's like behind that guy. That's good. Well, we're going to collect a lot of shredder operating manuals at least, which is totally not necessary for us, but sure. Drop a new totem. And yeah, I figured we are going to pull both these, which is a little unfortunate, but it's okay. Alright. I am super out of mana. It's annoying, I can't even cast Berserking. I don't have any mana. These guys are actually kind of annoying because they do this silence thing, which is frustrating to say the least. And I've got this Curse of Weakness on me, so reducing my physical damage by quite a bit, which is also really annoying. So it's bad to have these guys both on me. Wow, this drop rate's really bad, isn't it? I mean, seriously. It feels awful. Let's get our Panda Cub out at least while we're here. We'll get the War Song oil done. I might go turn that in. Like, honestly, I may, so I can use some of my new bag organization methods. Should be another mob over here. Yeah, I was going to say there's probably another one over here. Where's that oil at? There it is. Where'd that mob go? There he is. I like lost him completely. I was like, where is this guy? That was weird. I didn't expect to, like, I thought I was facing him. I thought I'd see him, but then I didn't. So I was kind of confused. Yeah, these silences are kind of painful. Let's get our oil. Alright, I might go turn this in. It's gonna be here. We're gonna be here a long time. And I'm sort of tempted to say that turning it in real quick to get, it's not that far away, but turning it in real quick to get the, I think we can sneak up this side. Turning it in real quick to get the boots is probably worth it. There might even be a follow-up onto this. The question is, am I going to die falling off this ledge? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I'll survive this fall. I usually like to walk because sometimes you'll catch like a little lip if you stay close. And that little lip can save you from a fall damage. Oh yeah, it's not bad. We're good. Oh no, this is bad. Oh boy. I actually got stuck, I think. That was a mistake. Am I stuck? Usually you can get out of these spots. Usually it's not... I have to do a character unstuck. That's a mistake. I'm really sad. I thought I was gonna find a shortcut. Hold on. I feel stupid. Alright, there might be a way out of it. Wait. I feel like that's the way to do it, is kind of like jump up this thing. But I'm kind of hitting something where like I can't jump any higher here. There is an unstuck feature I can use. I know I can get out of here. But I might need to do that now. Okay, I've never actually used this. I mean, I don't really know how to get out of here. I think we can run... The graveyard, I think, is over here. So just run back in corpse res from around the other side of the tree. Should be okay. I think I suffer durability loss for that too. I think. Maybe not. Let me double check something. If your Hearthstone's on cooldown, you don't want to wait for it. You have the option for your character to die and be teleported to the nearest graveyard. You can either then resurrect the spirit healer, suffering durability loss, or attempt to retrieve your corpse. Okay, so this shortcut completely was not effective. It is now a much longer trip than if I had just, and spirit resing is not a good idea. That'd be even longer, so I'd wait for maybe a minute to get a splinter tree, and then wait 9 minutes to be able to do anything. Yeah, there's no point in doing that. I'd rather just run back, get my corpse. I don't think I suffered durability loss, I guess, because I was at 28 of 30 on this. Usually when you die, you get a 10% durability loss. I think it's 10% on all your gear that is equipped, all your equipped gear. But then if you spirit res, it's 25% on top of that, which is a lot. In this case, I'm thinking about it, like in this case, I don't think I took durability damage, which is nice. It would feel bad to take durability damage because you get stuck. But now that I know that that's a thing, hold on, is there a cooldown on that? No. Now that I know that that's a thing, I've never really used it, so I don't really know how it worked in Classic. I think in Vanilla, I don't think there was a feature like that. I think you had to open a ticket and you got stuck, but I don't remember very well. Or I think it worked as like a Hearthstone, where it just hearthed you to your hearth location. But again, I'm not very clear. My memory's a little bit fuzzy on that. So in this case, I think there's that tree. I think we can res from behind. It's like this tree right here, I think. Perfect. Alright, we're good. So I think in this case, let's buff up a little bit. Is Panda Cub out? No, let's get him out. In this case, that was actually pretty nice to know that I can do that. I never thought about it, but I guess I can use it as like sort of a teleport. What I could do is, you don't take durability damage, I think, on gear that you don't have equipped. As far as I recall. Like, it's only durability damage on gear you have equipped, I think, when you Spirit Heal. So I could strip my gear down, use the Unstuck feature, and then res the graveyard, if the graveyard's in a good location for me. And then not take any durability damage, but I would have a 10-minute timer on my... Oh, this might actually be outside the Warsong supplies turn in. I think it is. Yeah, I think it's down here. I just want the boots, is why I'm doing this, and we'll go back to night run. Maybe we'll go to the right. Maybe we'll go to the other, what's it called? Maybe we'll go to Satyrs, which I think is right over here. I might do that. Yeah, so I think that's kind of useful, that Unstuck feature. I might keep that in mind. Alright, get all that stuff out of our inventory, grab the good boots, which are now, as far as I'm concerned, 8 agility, 6 stamina is better than 4 strength, 4 agility. I think the stamina's pretty handy. That's pretty good. Bag space is okay. I think I'll leave it. There's something to go to Thunderbluff. That's what I need to do soon, right? Or no, is that... Where is that? Oh, it's Free Wind Post. That's right. Okay. Yeah, this is good. What else do I want to do with my bags? I think I want to put that up there. This is all vendor stuff at this point, pretty much. Quest item, I guess. Otherwise, vendor stuff. I've been running, someone's mentioning in chat down here, Blackrock Depths, BRD. Oh, hold on. I think... Oh man, I'm getting a little confused. I think the way I need to go is up here for the Satyrs that I'm looking for. But I've been running BRD a few times on my Druid, and my Druid's 50... Almost 56. He'll be 56 probably in the next, like, 2 hours, hour of playtime. And I'm expecting I'll hit 57 by the end of the week. Today's the 25th. I probably have a little bit of playtime, more than normal, on Wednesdays. The Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So I think I'm going to sit down and... It's actually interesting. I'm going to go into my lab, because I have some things I'm setting up to run that'll take maybe 30 minutes to set up. But then they have to run for like a few hours, maybe like 4 hours. But I don't have anything else I have to do right then. I mean, there's always things to do, always stuff to work on. But I was planning to take the day off originally, the day before Thanksgiving, but then my wife ended up working that day, so I said I'd go in and, you know, if she's working, I feel kind of weird not working, so I'm going to go into work also. But I'm going to have like a really easy day. Get a few things set up, let them run, and while those are running, I'm strongly contemplating sitting down and playing a little bit of WoW on my computer, because it'll be pretty quiet. No one's going to be there besides me. So no one's going to need my help for anything either. So I'm like, maybe I will go in there and just play WoW for like maybe like an hour or two. I might get a couple hours of playtime in like what's going to be a shorter work day, at least like a 6-hour work day. So I might do that. So I might have a little extra time the day before Thanksgiving. But I obviously won't be recording at my lab. What is this curse? Your heart has been weakened. I don't actually know what that does. Let's set up a new camp here. Alright. Your heart has been weakened. I think it might summon things. My stats don't seem to be depreciated at all. This poison's annoying. Alright. Oh. It's a random stun. Oh, that's kind of gross. Oh wow, it's a chain random stun. That's really, really annoying. I can't cure that. That could actually be really bad. I don't know if these guys dropped the horns I need, but I just thought maybe the drop rate's a bit better, because the place I was at was pretty bad. but this is not necessarily seeming any better so far. Let's go work towards this. Oh, a chest. Let's go get this chest. Sounds fun. But I also want this mineral node over here. So we're going to do both those things. Oh, come on. The imp's going to kill that totem for sure. I really hate the targeting on the totems. I don't know how to fix that in any appreciable way. Alright, let's kill this guy before I die from chest pains. Seriously. Stab him. I don't know if I like this area. That stun's really annoying. If I could cure the stun, it'd be fine, but since I can't, it becomes kind of problematic for me. I was trying to stay in range of the healing stream while I did this, but I don't think I can. That's really painful. The chest pains are really painful, I swear. No, but they're actually, it's actually a really bad debuff. Let's go ahead and heal. I gotta be careful with my health because of that. Alright, let's get this chest though. Let's get this chest. How do I... There's 2 mobs there. Alright, this should be fine. It actually does 32 damage too when I get stunned. So it does damage and stuns me. That's seriously gross. I think I can solo pull this. There's a mob on the left that's kind of worrying me, but I think this is fine. Alright, this is fine. Mana low, no big deal. These are kind of high level mobs when I think about it. Like, this is not a low level mob. Not atrociously high, but it's not low for us. That stun, oh my gosh. I just want to pull this mob. There's 2 mobs there. Oh, that's bad. Okay, hold on. Let's drink. Let's get my mana up. Okay, the stun's gone at least. The stun's gone. I think I'll be fine pulling both these. Let's mark them. I'm going to mark them just for the sake of if they flee, I'll be able to track them down a bit easier. Alright, let's start the totems back up. Rebuff. Alright, we're good. I'm going to open with a couple lightning bolts in this guy. Get the people going. Alright. I'm hoping as this guy dies just really fast for us. That was good. Okay, that's exactly what I needed. Just clear him up real fast. Don't deal with, you know, anything else. It's just bad having 2 mobs hitting you at the same time. It does a lot of damage. Let's cure poison. I don't know, poison cleansing totem, but I kind of would rather have the strength of earth. There we go. We got a horn. Hey, we got 2. That's wonderful news. Alright, I think I can loot this safely. Probably junk. I've been getting bad chests in Classic. I've gotten a lot of chests like this with no green item in them. I used to think that greens are almost guaranteed in chests, but it's obviously not the case in Classic. And I don't think it's because people are looting the chests, because there's been sometimes I've found like really obscure chests in the middle of nowhere, and I'm still not getting anything out of them. Let's pull this guy. Not always, but it just seems like it's been kind of... They've not been as good as I remember them being, is what I guess I'm saying. Alright. So I got 3 of 16. I was hoping for a few more good another drop there. Oh, where do we want to go next? Let's pull this guy. This would be a good one. Just trying to keep him close to our base. While I'm here, I can thank my Patreon supporters real quick, including Timothy B, Chris S, and Luke D. They're my top level supporters, so they get the super special shout out. And yeah, so I appreciate their support, and I appreciate all my Patreon supporters' support, of course. It all really does like seriously add up, so it's actually really nice. There's another oil there. I forget what these things are for. Those little crystals, but they're not useful for what we need right now, at least. Let's go over here and drink up. How much time we got left? Yeah, okay, good. Oh, I still got... Okay. I didn't realize I had the curse on me. I wasn't paying attention. I am going to do this. I don't know if you saw, but I dropped the Mana Spring Totem. Whoops. I'm going to disable that. I dropped the Mana Spring Totem, which I haven't really been using, but I think I'll sit here long enough to make it worth it. I think if I pull like one more mob here, it's probably worth it to me. Should be another mob I can pull like this guy. It's kind of a distance away, but should be okay. Alright, Panda Cub, hurry up. Got him. So I have a 27-inch monitor at work, and so I play on a 24-inch monitor, and I genuinely like it a lot. It's been really good for me. I'm fine with that size. Like, I don't think it's too small. It feels nice. I've got a 24-inch monitor here. And at work, I've got a 27-inch monitor. And I found on some days, if I go straight from work, using my computer, you know, pack my bag up, head home, and then I come home, and I immediately sit down and come to my computer here, it's drastic how much of a difference there is. Like, I notice a huge difference between 24 and 27 inches now. I used to think it didn't matter much, but now it feels significant to me. Let's do this. Let's pull this guy. Oh, let's pull just this one, hopefully. Nice. Okay, good. They're not super leashed. Oh, wait, no. Scratch that. They are leashed. I'm going to flame check that one just to ensure my totem doesn't draw aggro. Let's heal before the stun hits me and I die. Earth Shock. Oh, another horns. I didn't mean to loot them. I meant to right-click that one. So, these guys respawn quickly. Like that one behind me already respawned. Oh boy. Wasn't quite ready for that. That's fine. My totems are up, so I'm in decent shape. Having the totems up makes a huge difference. If mobs spawn, I'm totem ready. That was so much different than if I don't have my totems up. Oh, they are kind of falling down now. Just face pull this guy. Alright. Buffs are okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, so, yeah, 27 inches is really nice. Now I told myself now, I'm not upgrading my computer or my monitor for a long time. Like, I'm really happy with the setup I have here. There's always things I would want to upgrade, because I really do like tinkering with computer hardware. But what I have now works really well. I can play games at really high frame rates, high settings, no problems. I can play, I can get my videos put together without any problems. The big thing is that I can render these like 4K 60 FPS videos that are, you know, an hour long. It takes me a few hours to render them, but that's not that bad. Like, it takes about 3 to 4 hours. My old computer that I was using was like a Core i5, like it was a 2500K, so what I used for most of my channel's history before I went to 4K videos, basically. That was because I couldn't do it. Like that on that processor, it would take like 4 hours to render 1080p 60 FPS at like a 20,000 bits per second rate or something, 15,000 bits per second. Now I do like a 50 to 60,000 bits per second 4K video, and it comes together in like 3 to 4 hours because I have I basically took some of the YouTube money I generated over the few years and upgraded my computer. Like, I guess it was last year. Yeah, it was like sometime last year, I think it was. Alright, these things are respawning, which kind of makes me nervous. I'm trying to think about where I want to camp out. That's a rebuff, I guess time. Let's move over here. I kind of want to stay near the edge. I don't want to stay in the center too much. Especially because of the way Searing Totem functions. Alright. Here we go. Alright. This drop rate is bad, though. I think people would agree with me that this is a pretty bad drop rate. I mean, we look around at this, just, we've killed at least 30 Satyrs, right? I mean, we're getting good experience, though. I mean, these aren't bad mobs to fight, really, even despite some of their debuffs being a little annoying. They're not awful mobs. And they do drop a quest item we need, and I have a lot of rested experience to burn through anyway. So all things considered, they're not awful mobs for me to fight. I'm trying to keep near my totems, though. It just works so well to stay near the totems if I can. It's just so handy. I don't know, though. Sometimes I wonder if it's slower doing it this way. Like, maybe I shouldn't... I don't know. rely on camping out my totem so much, because then when I do that, I'm constantly like running back and forth between them instead of just dealing damage to mobs. So maybe that's a mistake. I don't know. I think it's the way to do it. I think it's good. I've gotten better at using berserking. I hope people have noticed that. My first like 10 episodes, I feel like I just never used it. I'd always save it for like a special occasion and then never have a good reason to use it. But now I feel like I use it fairly commonly. Let's drop another totem. Let's pull this guy. Does this guy cast at a range? I think he does. Maybe not. Oh, the stunned. Come on. The timing of that was trash. That was really bad timing. It's awful. Alright. I was gonna heal, but I thought I'd just Earth Shock, because I don't think the Voidwalker does that much damage. So it's not a huge concern. Actually, the Voidwalker's kind of hitting me hard. I need to heal real fast. Alright. That worked out okay. I had a heal before the stun hit me, so I was like, I have to use a minor mana potion. I can't wait for my mana to regen naturally, because if it doesn't regen fast enough and I get stunned, then I'm super dead. And that would be really tragic. Alright, let's eat a Snapvine Melon, and what do we want to drink? Oh, the stun interrupts eating, of course. I mean, I knew that. How annoying is that? I mean, of course it's going to interrupt. It deals damage and actually stuns me. But it just hadn't happened yet. That's a really sad feeling. I wish we had a cure. I don't think I have a cure curse. There's nothing I do to fear, charm, and sleep effects. That's none of those. Poison cleansing totem, cure poison, cure disease. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Oh man, so we had a department happy hour. Kind of, about once a month, my department has a happy hour thing that they do. And we had that on Friday. And my lab was in charge, was one of the two labs, really I guess it was, yeah, one of the two labs in charge of organizing the event. So we provided the food, the other lab provided the drinks and the decorations, I guess. So I went ahead and baked some food that I like to make. I made chocolate chip cookies, like a lot of them, like 50 or 60 chocolate chip cookies. Pretty good size. And then I made another like 10 or 20 that I made cookie sandwiches out of. So it took like a chocolate chip cookie, probably like a 4-inch diameter on the cookies. 3 to 4 inch diameter. Took the cookies, made some pumpkin cream cheese frosting. So pumpkin cream cheese frosting, I'm gonna pull this mob, I think. I'm not sure what mob to pull. And I'm just gonna set up a new camp here. So pumpkin cream cheese frosting consists of, as you may expect, I didn't mean to flame shock, whoops, I meant to earth shock that guy. Consists of mainly cream cheese. I guess there's powdered sugar, and there's a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of nutmeg. I added in, and then I took like, I think he's like Libby's brand. There's like a brand of, let's pull this guy. A pumpkin puree that's just just pumpkin. It's not no seasoning. It literally, the ingredients is pumpkin. So let's rebuff. So pumpkin, and I added some pumpkin in. So the pumpkin, cream cheese, sugar, blend it all together. That's pretty much how it works. Nothing fancy, but it was really good. It's super good. It's like a sweet, kind of rich, pumpkin flavored filling. And so I made that. And what I did is I took that filling, I took one of the chocolate chip cookies and put like a big, like a solid glob of it on there, like a good helping. Put the other cookie and put it on top, and basically made chocolate chip cookie, like pumpkin cream cheese chocolate filled chocolate chip cookie sandwiches. I never made them before. I never made the frosting before. I made the cookies before, but never the frosting. Oh, that might be an upgrade. 4 agility. What was it? 4 agility, 3 stamina. Oh yeah, that's like a strict upgrade over the bounty hunter's ring. I think we'll just go with that. And that's nice. That's a nice ring. Savannah ring of the monkeys. Really good stats for rogues, druids, shaman, like a lot of people. So it's really nice to get something like that. So I made these, like I said, pumpkin cream cheese frosting filled chocolate chip cookie sandwiches. They were so good, so good. I made about a dozen of them, and I brought them to the party, and all of my chocolate chip cookies were eaten. All of my pumpkin sandwiches were eaten. They were destroyed, which is not a bad thing. It's good. So that was really, really fun. I like seeing people eat food that I make. Like 2 years ago, I realized I never really bake food. Like I very rarely bake desserts or anything. I cook a lot, but I rarely bake. And I said, okay, I want to learn. That's one of those oil jars. See that thing floating like above me here? That's one of the oil ones. I don't know why it's there. That's kind of funny. Alright, I want to get in a position to fight these guys. I think this is a good spot. I said, okay, I'm going to learn how to bake. And so I just started baking random things. I've talked about this. I did this for about a year. That was my goal of like 2017, was to get at baking. So I did. I think I'm pretty good at it. Let's kill this Void Walker quickly. And the chocolate chip cookies is like one of the recipes I found and I got good at putting together. And then I decided because it's kind of it's like Thanksgiving time kind of, and pumpkin is like a common ingredient used around Thanksgiving meals. I thought, okay, how do I incorporate pumpkins into something? I don't want to make like a pumpkin pie. Oh, I just pulled 2 mobs. That's a little bad. That's maybe, yeah, it's a little bad. I was not quite ready for that. I didn't mean to flame shock. That's a mistake. Whoops. Mana potion. I'm gonna heal. Okay, I'm fine, I think, but I didn't mean to pull that other mob. I gotta kill this before he flees too far. Okay. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Let's do a quick heal. And I think my totem's gonna drop in a sec, my searing totem. I need a totem timer add-on, but I'm getting pretty good at like kind of mentally keeping track. But I want to have that up rather than the heal totem, I think. Okay, that worked out. That's fine. We're all good. Eat, drink. Yeah, so I made these pumpkin iced. What is it? I keep saying it wrong. Pumpkin cream cheese filled chocolate chip cookies, and they were really good. I'm gonna make them again sometime. I guess we're pulling this guy. Thanks, Totem. Highly recommend them. I posted a photo on my Discord, my Patreon Discord. But yeah, they were super tasty. I was just like, oh man, they were so good. I love making food like that. It was kind of this weird, like, maybe it's not weird. I really enjoy the satisfaction of people telling me they enjoy the food I make. Like, that is a very fulfilling feeling to me. It's something I realized that I didn't know I would enjoy from learning how to bake. But I've made all sorts of stuff for like my lab mates or like holiday parties or get-togethers with family. And yeah, it's gone well. So baking is a nice skill to have. I've learned to bake about 5 or 6 things that I'm really confident in that I think are really quite tasty. This stupid stun thing, man. Does this do more damage every time it stuns me? That's interesting. So I just took 8 damage. The next time I bet I take 16 damage from it. It seems to double every time. I think. I might be wrong on that. We're going to abandon that totem and move over here. We can rebuff at least. We're getting there though on our quest. Like we're 13 of 16, so it's actually moving along better now, it feels like. Maybe this area's just spread out a little, or like kind of not spread out, but kind of, I mean, the other spot was fine. There really wasn't a problem. It was totally fine questing over there. I just thought maybe things would be better over here. I don't actually think they're really better. 12 damage. Yes. It'd be great if I get him in range of my totem. Makes me sad because I lose like my flurry buff. Like I had flurry up and I lost a lot of it because I lost one of the attacks at least because of the stun. Ooh, sanguine. That's what I'd say, sanguine hand wraps. 4 intellect, 5 stamina. Is that better than what I have? 2 intellect, 8. Nah, it's not better than my healing gear. So it's still just 8 damage. Maybe I was wrong about it doing 16 or 32 damage. Maybe just 8 damage. I could have sworn I saw 16 or 32 damage last time. 25 damage. Maybe it's random. Chest pains hit for 25. It must hit for a range, because I hit 25 that time. Last time it was 8. I don't really want to pull this, guys. I want to go over here. Hey, it's a chest. Sweet. I feel so defeated every time I get stunned. I'm just like, stop, please. I just want to live my life as a troll shaman, doing troll shamany things. It's like, leave me alone. Oh man, so painful. Okay, I'm enjoying earth shock damage now. And the earth shock's pretty nice. Okay, I think that'll get him. Nope. I was like, oh, my totem will, that last hit will catch him. Fail. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's okay. We're good. We're good. I'm going to refresh my Searing Totem because it's going to run out otherwise really soon. Alright, stab that one to death, stab that one to death. Got this one now. Okay. Looking for serious feral tank for immediate raid spots. There's a guild on our server called Final Boss. Oh wow, I'm gonna die. I was not paying attention to health at all. And Final Boss is what many people would call a Zerg guild. I'm not saying that that's what I necessarily agree with, but they're a very large guild. They have 4 teams a week that clear MC, Molten Core. That's a lot. Most guilds have 1, maybe 2. I don't know of any others on any realm. I'm sure there are, but I just don't personally know of any that clear 4 a week. Maybe he's one of those like Asmongold's guild maybe clears 4 a week or more. Here we go. This was definitely a fresh chest. Like no one else was here. Nothing. Like nothing in there for me. Alright, let's eat that food up and drink some of this water. Alright, we got another horn though. We only got 2 left to go. We might hit 30 today. We might. I wasn't really expecting to. But now I'm thinking I want to kind of ride it out. Should have close to enough time to make this happen. Alright. This guy's annoying. This little imp. Not a lot of health on him though. Not a big deal. Just a little flea. Alright, another horn. We need 1 more. Let's get it. Alright. Let's do our berserking. This guy's like weird, keeps like falling behind me kind of. Chop him with a totem. I hope this guy dropped it, that'd be so nice. I'm tempted to say I'm not gonna sit here and grind out level 30, maybe I should. How much are we getting? I didn't pay attention how much experience I got from that. I don't think I get any experience in the Void Walkers. Oh, I do. Okay. Ooh. That's a nice piece of mail gear. I'm not gonna use that. We're done with the Satyr horns. Okay. So I need 4,300. No, I need like 9,000 experience level up. I'm getting like 250 a kill. So that's about 4 per 1,000. I'm gonna eat and drink real quick. Trying to use up some of this food that's like the random miscellaneous food. So I need 4 kills is 1,000 experience roughly. I would need 36 kills to level, plus I get the quest turn in, which would be a few thousand experience. Maybe. That's a lot of kills. I want to go turn this quest in. I think there's a follow-up to it that might take us back here anyway, and so I think it's kind of like, although I'm excited to hit 30, and I think hitting 30 would be really nice today, I think it's a little inefficient because I'm not going to go train my level 30 skills until I'm done in Ashenvale. I want to like finish all my Ashenvale quests, which is, this is the last quest line, I think. I think there's a follow-up to this. If there isn't, then maybe we will call it a day. Or then maybe we... Where do I want to go next? I want to do the den still. I really do want to do that. But at the same time... I can't believe I saw Chen's empty keg, like the second part of it. At the same time, I kind of wouldn't mind going to Hillsbred Foothills and seeing what we can do there, and that's probably a huge mistake. It's either that or 1,000 Needles, so I'm kind of all over the place on it. I didn't really spend a lot of time in 1,000 Needles on my Druid, and I'm sort of excited to check it out. I think it's also a lot safer than Hillsbred, which I know is going to be insane. with Alliance. And so that's my biggest hesitation why I didn't spend a lot of time in Hillsborough. And a few episodes back, we were there a little bit, but it was just because there were so many Alliance, or potential for so many Alliance, that I didn't spend much time there. I think that might have been before Phase 2 launched, when we were there. I don't remember now. But now that Phase 2 is out, for sure, it's been like a mess. Like, I know there's been a lot of PvPing there, and it's been one of the rougher zones to try and level in on low levels. So I'm a little hesitant to go over there. Let's turn in the horns. Alright, is there follow-up? No, there isn't. Okay, I thought there would be. Maybe that's it then for us here. I mean, we really did everything. I'm sure I'm missing something, but it kind of feels like I did almost everything here. Let's vendor off stuff that I'm not going to use anymore. All these pages are going to go. Boots, my old ring, gloves, staff, old chest piece. These boots for strength, for agility. Yeah, that's right. Junk. Okay, pretty nice though. I mean, I made some good medium leather. I'm just going to vendor. Can I do anything with linen cloth? Is not useful for that anymore. Okay, I think I need linen cloth though for engineering. There's something here I thought. I definitely want to do this. Might as well do it now. Coarse blasting powder is like an easy skill up that, like, as soon as you get core stones, you should just be using that, like, max that out as much as you can. And then probably some like copper tubes you're gonna make. I forget the exact engineering route. I need to go look at that. There's lots of guides. There's so many guides for skills, for skill ups in professions in Classic that you shouldn't. I mean, if you want to do it on your own, you should, but you never should have to. What I really like is I found a guide that's a joint cooking and fishing guide. So if you're at level 1 for both of them, it tells you where to fish to provide food to cook for the cooking skill ups. It's really handy actually. I haven't started it yet, but on my druid I plan to do that at 60. I plan to go through and do that. I haven't even trained fishing or cooking on this guy. So, okay. So we're at kind of a turning point here. There's nothing left here to do. There's no reason for me to grind stuff out here.
What can I do?
Let's go. Let's go to Camp T. So we're going to go to 1k needles. I'm back and forth on it because this Elixir of Pain actually is a really good quest because you feed the Elixir to Stanley, you get like 300 experience, but if you kill Stanley, you get like 5,000 experience. So some part of me kind of wants to go there just to kill Stanley. Like, I'm tempted to go there almost just to do this quest. I almost think it's worth it. But I think for now, I'd like to do Calling the Reserves. It's an easy turn-in down in Southern Barrens. And Sacred Flame, easy turn-in at 1,000 Needles. And I think we'll stop there for today. So I think this still might take us 10 minutes. But basically, I'm just going to travel to 1,000 Needles and we'll stop there for the day once we get there. This is going to be a bit of a flight. So let's take our flight, enjoy ourselves, and I'll see you guys when we land. Alright, we landed in Camp T. I don't think we have any quests here. It's always, whenever I'm going to these towns, like, not random towns, but whenever I'm heading into a town that I have been in the past, but now I'm higher level, like, I get that Mangletooth, all those bloodstones or whatever that I have that are worthless now, I always kind of think to myself if it'd be worth. Pretty cowboy. I'm just saying. Yeah, so What is over here? Is it a hunter? That's a mage, okay. There's been a recent thing of gold farmers on this server at low levels. And I kind of wondering if I'm running into a pack of them right now. Like, I don't know how to describe it. But there's just been this kind of trend of like a bunch of, apparently it's a lot of like literal troll race characters. And usually their pets have foreign names. Like non-English character names. And I don't know if it's true that they're gold farmers though. Like, I don't have any evidence of that. People just claim they are. But there's really no reason. I mean, like, it's not impossible that these are people that are just not native English speakers that are playing on this server, right? It's not impossible. But I guess I don't know how to test that theory right now. Like whether they're bots. So actually the theory is that they're partially that they're just bots. Like they're straight up just bots just running around. I don't really know how to test that theory. There's like 5 or 6 of them there. Which is partially why I reported that person's name, just in case someone at Blizzard, one of the GMs, I guess it'd be, happens to roll over that ticket and says, "Oh, that character's acting kind of funny," and then they might catch him on something else. But maybe that's unfair. But I will report people for blatantly non-RP names. Like there's a lot of like borderline names. I'm like, you know what, that is more than fine. Like there was one, I think I mentioned it once. It happened on camera or like in the Let's Play. It was literally like Tampax Plus. I was like, come on, like that's literally like a brand name, and it's a role-playing server. So like, I'm just saying, if you're gonna have that bad of a name, I feel like it's not unreasonable. Maybe I'm just salty. Maybe I'm overly sensitive about names. Like, really, does it hurt me? It doesn't. Like, if I think about it, it does not ruin my gameplay experience to run into a character named Tampax Plus. I just do find it a little, like, at the same time, like, if you're on a role-playing server, you could go on a different server. Like, you literally, there's the majority of servers are non-roleplay. If you don't want to have an even remotely role-playing name, then go to a different server, right? Like, I don't think that's an unreasonable request to make. So I've probably reported 5 names. I think I'm up to like 5. It's not very many. It's pretty rare. There was one that was like an offensive name. It was like actually, like, I don't know how it got through the filter. I think it was subtle, but it was like actually like legitimately a like derogatory term in a way that was like spelled a little bit differently. So I think it got through the filter. I was like, nah, that's gotta go. Alright, we're still running down here. It's a long run. It really is. I considered continuing to make the video sped up for this entire run down, but I guess I changed my mind or forgot. I'm not sure which. We did do some quests on here, I think, a while back, didn't we? Am I wrong on that? Or did we never quest here? My problem is some of my memory of what I've done on this character, I mix up with my druid. Because it hasn't been that long. I mean, the game launched in August. I was down in this area in like September to October, probably like early October on my druid. So yeah, it's hard to say. I don't think I've been here. I don't think I did these quests yet on this guy. Maybe I did. I don't know. I can't remember. It's already been discovered, at least this area. Like, nothing's popped up, so maybe I have. Oh, I was saying earlier on my druid, I've been doing Blackrock Depths a little bit. It was a really long run, but yesterday we did a run where I got Molten Core attuned on my druid, which is really exciting. My guild is looking for more people to join, so I probably will be jumping in there as a pre-60 on my druid. It should be cool. I got a Ghost Shroud for my headpiece for my druid, which is really nice head leather, kind of like a rogue hunter or druid gear. The hunter passed on it for me. It was a pretty significant upgrade, and it's actually really nice for feral. It's really nice for feral DPS for pre-raid. It's even good for like tanking, honestly. Like, it really is a very good headpiece. And it's not I would only... It's better for DPSing as a druid, but it also was solid for a headpiece upgrade for tanking, which I was the tank for the group as the feral tank. We just turned in our quest over here. And this quest takes us to Freewind Post. So another kind of convenient quest. We've actually got 2 now to turn at Freewind Post, which is wonderful. I don't think there's any more to pick up along the way, so we're just going to follow this path over here. It's roughly around here. And turn in those 2 quests. We'll probably stop there for today. Message Freewind Post and the Sacred Flame. Probably stop there. I don't feel like going to find... it's always considered indoors. I always forget that platform is indoors. I don't feel like going to find Steel Snap right now. But maybe I'll take a peek over here. Anyone seen Steel Snap? I think I know where he actually is at, and it's kind of in this direction, so maybe I will go get Steel Snap. Kind of a longer episode I'm making this, but might be not a bad idea. I still can't mine those, yeah, that's fine. Alright, I think he's south from here. That's not him, he is a hyena, that's what we're looking for. That guy's gonna aggro on me, that's fine, I don't really care. Okay, keep moving. There's a caravan over here that'll give us a quest, which I am not doing for now. A couple quests actually, but we're not going to do them right now. We keep moving, looking for Steel Snap. I think he's more south from here. So I got the Ghost Shroud. I got the Nagel ring. I don't know how to pronounce it. From the mech, the guy that makes all the mechs. He has a tin vein. Let's grab that. Steel Snap could be anywhere around here, by the way. But I want to get this vein. And that Nagel ring is really cool. So it's a ring. It has some armor, which is amazing for a druid tank. But most importantly, what I think is kind of cool is it is like arcane damage. If you get melee, it's like a Thorns buff for 3 damage, but arcane damage. So it's kind of nice for tanking. It's a really cool ring. I'm pretty excited about it. Alright, Steel Snap would be around here somewhere, possibly. I'm just going to give it one little loop around if I don't see him. There's so many mineral nodes here. I'm going to give one little loop around this rock right to the north of us. How do I get up here? And then we're going to kind of just go to Freewind Post. Like I said, kind of a long episode already. Oops, let's click that thing. Yeah, long episode. That's okay. I got a little extra time this morning, so it's not so bad. Usually I try to keep him to an hour, mostly because I've got to get going with my day. I've got things to do, like outside of my WoW time. But this is just one of those times where I get a little bit extra time. I'm going in not late, but a little bit later with my wife this morning. She works nearby, my wife. I think I mentioned this before. We commute together a lot of times because we work near each other. Gold vein. I don't think I can mine a gold vein yet. We work pretty close to each other. So sometimes we'll commute in together pretty often, most of the time even, I'd say. And I'm not in any hurry this week in general. I don't have any major... This is a short week because I'm going to be gone for Thanksgiving. So I don't have as many big experiments planned. I'm just kind of tidying up a few things and doing a lot of computer-based work, really. It's a copper vein. I like to get that copper vein, but... Alright, while I'm here, let's just grab these quests.
Yo, have a good one.
I wasn't planning to do this, but while I'm here. Alright, I haven't seen... I should have made a targeting macro. But I don't see him anywhere. I'm going to head back. I'm going to head to Freewind at this point. I think he patrols in like a pretty big area around here. Maybe a little bit farther up than where I was. Farther west, but... It's not close to 50-50. How would you know that? We had census data a while back. Alright, well, let's keep moving in. Yeah, so Blackrock Depths has been a lot of fun. Ghost Shroud and the Nagel Ring in the same run. That's really cool. That's really great. And I got Molten Core tuned. That's awesome. So I plan to... That's not Steel Snap, right? Hopefully run Molten Core on that guy soon. That'd be kind of fun. Alright. Well, Yeah, I was hoping to find Steel Snap. It would have been really convenient to find him along here. Let's check this mob. I saw one more over here. Steel. Nope, okay. Yeah. I'm just like, it'd be so convenient to get him right now. Oh, let's get this Tin Vein instead of running around looking for Steel Snap. Is that an epic mount? Oh no. For some reason I thought that was an epic mount. That is just a druid. A druid sprinting. Druid in cat form sprinting, I should say. Hey, at least we're getting some... There's some good mineral nodes here. This is a good zone to be in for that reason alone, I think. I wasn't really expecting... I wasn't thinking about that as being a benefit. But... Yeah. You and me both. Yeah, Grabulus is a great server. Highly recommend it if you're looking for a server still. I recommend Horde side more than Alliance side, although I think it's... I don't know. I'm not sure which side has a higher population. I've heard it's kind of... Every data point I've ever seen for Grabulus suggests it's extremely balanced. I don't have any evidence to suggest it isn't a relatively balanced server. But there's not as much census data now since they kind of modified how the census can work. Blizzard modified how the /who functions. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to say now. We don't have great census data, but last time we had good census data, which has been a couple months, it was like 49-51 or 48-52, the split, which is very good. And everything I've kind of seen from the subreddit and the Discord and official forums seems to say that it's pretty balanced. I'm getting chain days and it's very annoying. Alright, good. Yeah, so I'm pretty optimistic about things on this server. I've enjoyed it a lot. I still like the Horde side more than the Alliance side, but I'm Horde, so maybe I'm biased. I mean, it's probably not unreasonable. So, final boss is a Zerg guild, I thought. Like, they run MC 4 times a week. I don't even mean that as an insult. Oh, there's the lift. I was looking for the lift. I don't even mean that as an insult. I'm just gonna wait for this one. I was just gonna try and jump over, but I feel like sometimes I don't make it. And then by the time I get over there, it's like gone. And then I come back and this one's gone. I'm just like playing like musical chairs or something with it. Yeah, so I'd rather not do that. Okay, well, this was a very long episode. I got a haircut. It feels very good, like necessary. Got number 1 on the sides. A little bit of a fade up to the top. Losing my hair. I mean, like, my hair's been thinning for a few years, so one of these days I'll just be bald, but for the time being, I'm kind of still enjoying having a bit of hair. And, yeah, it'll be different when one of these days I'll just show up on stream, like, oh, I shaved my head. Alright, returning an urgent message, which follows up with killing some centaurs. That's easy enough to do. Let's grab this quest in case I missed it. Miss it. Arnak Grim Totem. Answering our other quest to Rao. Treat the cloven hoof. Okay. This is the inn, so we're going to stop here. We're very close. We'll hit 30 next episode, no question. We've got a few quests. We'll pick up. There's another one, at least, or 2 here that we can pick up. So we should be in great shape for quests here for a couple episodes. Steel Snap, the one we just picked up, which was the hypercapacitor gizmo. Might need help for this one, but yeah, we've got some good quests we can definitely do. So anyway, that is all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.